Rizz, smacking y'all with the Yah-Mean of the day. Let's talk about the power of the double lies. Let's talk about the power of the double lies, which is killing us today in society. Double lies, you ready for it? Identity crisis and insecurities. Now, we all have insecurities in somewhat shape or form, right? We all got them. It's cool. But some people are just going too far with the insecurities and the identity crisis to keep up in today's era, the social media world, which is bigger than ever. The place that gives us the validation of who we are today. Social media gives us validation of who we are as people today. Men and women need to seek validation for social media to say that they cool. Forget the hood that you grew up in or suburban area or how you came up. Forget the good things you done growing up and the people accepted you from your neighborhoods, your teachers along the way, your instructors, mentors, coaches, family members, your peers. Forget all what they say and said growing up. You need to turn on a phone or a computer to seek validation to who you are. Crazy. You got beautiful, natural, sexy women out here today destroying themselves because they feel like they have to keep up with social media. Going to get their bodies done. Swiping their debit cards, credit cards to a plastic surgeon. You're well in your rights. Can't tell a woman how to conduct her body. But we do have an opinion on it. And I think in some cases, it's a good thing. Looks good. You get a little enhancement done in your breast. That's cool. That's cool. Nothing too crazy. But when you start going the extra mile to put all this in your ass to fit in, when you were naturally okay and good, putting your life at risk, because I don't know how many cases that we done heard about, the relapse and the complications to it. Again, that's your thing. Ain't nobody knocking it at all. But the question is, why did you do it? A lot of it is because they have an identity crisis, insecurities, the power of the double I. And why some are, like I said, looks good, and then you have others that looks like a walking nightmare. Y'all should be on a horn right now with a top Jewish lawyer, graduate of Columbia, NYU, Colgate, University of Penn, Harvard Law. I don't give a shit where he's from. But y'all need to get him on a horn so y'all can sue the shit out of these doctors because they did a horrible job. Your ass look like pouches of gravy. Pouches of gravy from an old Thanksgiving in 2007. Grandmom ain't even here no more who prepared the meal. That shit looks awful. This shit don't look real. This shit don't look good. And you are a natural, beautiful, sexy woman. You're natural. And you went to go mess up your whole body because you need to keep up with today's society. Instead of being naturally sexy, naturally beautiful, and being a thoroughbred. Because that's all it takes to be noticeable. That's all it takes. Now, some women out there can say, well, man, y'all always got something to say. If a woman don't have no ass, don't care who says what. I grew up getting killed by my height my whole life. You see me trying to research and get a growth enhancement, get a growth transplant, trying to be 6'3"? You see me out here trying to look for that? No. Never stopped me from doing anything that I needed to do. Sports-wise, fly-wise, being a man-wise, taking care of business-wise. Whatever. I'm me. And we have to find a way to get comfortable with you. But going out, putting your life on the line, getting these ridiculous bodies, it's horrible. It's horrible. And again, I know some people got enhancements and things of that nature. That's cool. You know, you sharpen up, you get nice little racks or whatever like that, look good. I'm all for that. I'm talking about the ones that look like some made up stripper. And like, you know, in Miami, you know, what's the place, King of Diamonds or whatever it is? I was supposed to actually go there, but I never actually went, but in Miami, but whatever. They look made up. The power of the double I. Insecurities and identity crisis. Fellas, we just want to get out and do anything. We want to get out. We want to get 8 chains. We want to have Balenciagas on our feet. Mortgages every month on our feet. But you don't have nothing for your child. You don't have nothing put away for them. You don't own anything. Just to keep up with today's on social media. You got brothers out here, they Gucci down. They asking you for a ride though. They asking you for a ride. Gucci down. Asking can they borrow. All for the glam of social media. The power of double I. Insecurities and identity crisis. We all have them, but how far do we need to go? How far do we need to go to fulfill them? How far do we need to go? Fellas be doing all this stuff out here to oppress. Everybody's trying to look gangster when you know you really a bitch. What are we doing? The power of the double I's, the insecurity, and the identity crisis. We need to get back to originality. Appreciating who you are. The person that your mother birthed. Because this shit here, we falling off. It's not looking right. It don't look good. It don't matter what you come up here and you look like and everything when you're not fly inside. Doesn't matter. You know how many fine women I sat around, nice bodies and everything. You talk to them, they first 5 words. I thought the circus was coming to town. A fucking clown. What, you know what I mean? Like I said, that doesn't apply to any real things that's going on. But everybody's living a fake life. It's cool to be inspired. It's cool to be inspired, but be inspired over something that's authentic. That shit is not authentic. And again, I'm not here to dictate people's bodies and what they do. You can do whatever you want, but it's something that needs to be talked about. You need to understand if you're outside the game today performing because you need to keep up with the social media and not taking care of what's real. You have 3 children out there. You can't do anything for them. When the mom calls, you're not available. But the first thing you're doing is running out and going to get some Balenciagas or some Gucci's on your feet or some Dolce Gabbanas on your feet so you can take pictures for the gram. And you want me to sit up there and say like, yo, okay, well, you know, that's them. Yeah, it is you. But we about to speak on that shit. Because y'all get on social media and try to down the other people who don't have it or can't get that stuff. But we supposed to give you a pass. Nah, fuck out of here. We on your asses. It's not how the game go. The power of the double lie got us killed today. And we doing more and more and more dumb shit just to fit in. Originality that never dies. Originality never dies. See, the era where I grew up at, I remember, and still currently to this day, if you're beautiful, you're beautiful. I'm not knocking any women who wears makeup. Trust and believe. Y'all beautiful with it, but there's a lot of y'all that's beautiful without it. And y'all don't need that shit all the time. My daughter is 15, 16. She's at that age where she's got to have the eyeliner on and all that. And I'm telling her, like, do you really have to wear that every day? Because you're naturally beautiful, kid. You know what I mean? I'm your dad. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm your dad. So, you naturally good looking. But in reality, I'm saying, yo, you don't need that. Don't hold that as a crutch that you feel like you need to have that all the time. Because then you become dependent on you. And like, I remember running into a girl I went to high school with. And I ran into her, and the first thing she said, she's like, oh, I'm out here. I ain't even got my makeup on. I said, I don't even remember you having makeup. You was nice then. What the fuck? What does that mean? Dependent on it. Makeup is cool. You want to get jazzed up? It's an event? That's cool. But understand, y'all don't need that shit. Naturally beautiful. It's cool, but y'all don't need that shit. You're naturally beautiful. You know how many women we saw, on, celebrities, and when they finally had their makeup off, it was like, yo, they actually really nice looking without the makeup. Don't become dependent on these things where you could just be yourself. You don't have to become dependent on these things. I like the natural. I like the natural. Now, when it comes down to hair, I'm gonna be totally honest with you. I'm not the Afrocentric type of guy. That God bless. I support you, my sister. I shoot for you. I rumble for you. But no, that's not what I want to see. But I respect it though. Your natural self. But at the same time, natural to me is, what I saw. So when I saw you growing up, most of the time y'all had your hair done, slicked in a ponytail, whatever. Put the little gel on there, slick down the edges. Flat iron your hair, wear it straight down. Never really saw y'all in the afro, so that's not, I can't say that's my thing, because it's not. You know what I mean? But, power to the people. But anyway, I like the natural. I love the natural. Because a lot of y'all women are just naturally gorgeous. Like the shit they used to get us to, y'all didn't have makeup on when we saw y'all. It's just like, oh shit, like shorty is the shit. Like, I like to date a woman, not the Walking Dead. Sometimes it's too much of that damn makeup.
The voice of Rizz!